Hey everybody, welcome to Kyle and Not Kyle Show. I'm Kyle,
I'm not Kyle.
and we're going to be doing our picks for the postseason awards that you'll see at the NFL Honors the night before the Super Bowl. So we're going to start right now with the Most Valuable Player Award. I think it's a pretty clear-cut one this season. I know I've argued in past weeks that Drew Brees should kind of be with it. To me,
To
it's
me,
got
the
to be
Drew Brees
Mahomes.
things is because he should have won in a couple of other years.
Yeah.
They want to put him in there. I mean, when
Yeah.
you're going, well, passing percentage rate's the highest, like, oh my gosh, nobody gives a crap
Right.
about that. Highest passing percentage is it's the guy who came in for Nick Foles. So we might as well give Nick Foles the MVP.
No, Nick Foles gets no MVPs, Rob.
No,
he
I
gets
mean,
nothing.
it's that-
He gets to go sit in the offseason and celebrate his one flipping Super Bowl ring. Anyway, Patrick Mahomes, he finished the regular season with 5,097 passing yards, 50 touchdowns, and only 12 interceptions.
And this is something else I've got to say with this. You put the year Brady threw for 50 touchdowns and the year Manning threw for over 50 touchdowns. Is this Kansas City offense as good as those two offenses? And I would say absolutely not.
No.
I do think that this, and I think this is what's going to hurt them in the postseason, is Kareem Hunt helped with that tremendously, those touchdowns.
My one thing that I'm remaining cautious with on Mahomes is so the Chiefs finished 11-4 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Their 4 losses were their 4 biggest games this year: the Rams, the Patriots, the Seahawks, and the Chargers in Arrowhead.
Well, I look at it this way. One group, if you want to say the Rams and the Patriots, which the Rams, if they played them 2 more times, if they played in Arrowhead, that you don't know if that would have done.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Patriots. If the Patriots come in Arrowhead, you don't know. The other 2 losses, no Kareem Hunt.
Yep.
And I think that you look at that and go, okay, you lose to the Chargers by 2 points. 2 points, 1 point at home.
I think it was 1 point
because they went for 2.
Yeah.
And then in Seattle, you lose a game you could have won.
Yeah.
And you go, if Kareem Hunt was playing, would they have lost those 2 games?
Probably not.
Probably not. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So the one guy
Yeah. No. And I'm not.
is gone from the team that
Yeah.
I think was the difference maker. I think that's what gave Mahomes the ability to. I can pass every once in a while. Just throw the pass. Now, what I'm looking at is if I am a defensive coordinator, I'm going. They don't have a running game.
Yep.
We don't have to worry about the running game.
Nope.
Pin your ears back and go get
Yep.
them, boys.
Yeah.
And that's Seattle. That's exactly what Seattle
Yep.
did, and that's exactly what the Chargers did.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. So we're both in agreement. Mahomes.
Oh,
for MVP.
yeah, and it's not even. I don't even know. We have a close second.
Coach of the year. It came down to 2 for me. It came down to Matt Nagy with the Bears and Frank Reich in Indianapolis. I ended up going with Matt Nagy. He took a team that was 5-11 and 4th in their division on their 4th consecutive losing season, turned them into a 12-4 team that won the division for the first time since 2010. So I went with him, and I know you and I were having that little debate. How much of that also had to do with the defensive coordinator?
And as odd as it sounds, the acquisition of one player.
Yeah. Yep.
That usually doesn't happen unless it's a quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah.
Khalil Mack made them.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be. Yeah. I think the 2 finalists are gonna end up being Matt Nagy and Frank Reich. But yeah, the other 2 you have on your list, I could see either of them.
I
getting some
got
votes, too.
Peyton. I have Sean Payton.
You're going with Sean Payton.
Yeah, best record in the NFL.
Yeah.
And I would also say in a division that imploded this year, pretty much imploded this year. But in a division that I would say is the top to bottom, the most difficult division in the NFL.
Yeah. So then moving on to Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Saquon Barkley is who I have.
Giants homer. No, I ended up going with Baker Mayfield, but I did have Saquon as second. Those are basically the only 2 names that are being tossed around.
And I would have loved, and we've talked about this numerous times off. If he would have started the season, if he would, it wouldn't have been Tyrod Taylor. If he would have started, because what did he come in game week 4?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Just 4 more weeks, and you just go, okay, 4 more weeks under his belt. Would they have lost to Baltimore?
Yeah. So his stat line for this year: 3,725 yards, 27 touchdowns, and 14 interceptions.
Well, it's that
That's the
touchdown,
Yeah.
the interceptions, because his interceptions came at bad times.
Yeah.
And then I think, and I think he doesn't get this as much love as he should. I think, I mean, he got a lot of accolades. Don't get me wrong. Saquon Barkley he is a receiving running back, and I mean a good one. I think on par with McCaffrey, who I think is McCaffrey's the most underrated running back in the NFL, hands down, and he is a phenomenal running back.
Yes.
But when you have a running back like him, as a rookie, and you're just looking like Mayfield, he's a rookie quarterback, and same thing with Jackson. They're rookies. You're going, oh, this is going to be fun for the next few years. So that's who I took.
So defensive rookie of the year.
Darius Leonard.
Darius Leonard.
And I got close second behind him is Van Der Esch.
And I have Derwin James as my second.
Which
these three, you're not going to get complaints with any of the three.
And you're not going to get, oh, come on.
Yeah. I mean, there's a solid, legitimate argument that can be made for all three. I mean, Darius Leonard just completely helped transform that Colts defense.
I think all three guys we mentioned helped that defense.
Darius Leonard they just released the All-Pro list this morning. Darius Leonard made the first team All-Pro as a rookie, so congrats to him. He had 163 tackles, 7 sacks, 4 forced fumbles, 2 interceptions, and 2 fumble recoveries as a rookie. That is awesome. He is going to be a stalwart cornerstone of that defense. And they got him in the second round. Their first 2 picks both made All-Pro first team as rookies.
Well, Van Der Esch was first round, and so was Derwin James.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, hey, that's impressive.
Yes, it's
very impressive. So moving on to offensive MVP, I went with DeAndre Hopkins. You know me, I love DeAndre Hopkins. I have for a couple years now. He led the NFL in receptions for first downs. He had 81. He led the AFC in receptions with 115. Per Pro Football Focus, this is the one that just completely blows my mind. They counted out of all his targets, there were 159 of them that were catchable. 0 drops. That is just crazy. He was second in the league for receiving yards to Julio Jones, and he had a career high 98.3 receiving yards per game. So yeah, I went with DeAndre Hopkins. Russell Wilson was my number 2 there. Who do you have?
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill. Yep.
Hopkins is great. Julio Jones is great. These guys, I think, are phenomenal receivers. Tyreek Hill is a game changer, a literal game changer. I have never gone, throw it to Hopkins. He'll run it 80 yards for a touchdown. Julio Jones, throw it to him. He'll run it. Tyreek Hill, you can throw it to him 80 yards down the field.
Yeah.
Or throw it to him on a screen and he can get 80 yards.
Yeah.
He's so...
Yeah.
Usually you get a guy who's fast, he's not quick.
Yeah.
Get a guy who's quick, he's not fast. Tyreek Hill is quick and fast.
Yep.
And I have seen him...
Yeah.
You go, okay, that's an uncatchable ball.
Yeah, I agree.
And all of a sudden he's... And I don't know how he runs so fast. He's like a cartoon character. It's like... His legs. He is so fast.
Yeah. I completely agree.
And I've seen, and for me, and his numbers are phenomenal too.
Yeah.
8 40-plus yard touchdowns. Next closest was your guy with 4.
Yeah.
40. That's the deep threat. And I know you've got position receiver and all that stuff. Hopkins is a deep threat. I mean, he is a deep threat receiver. And a lot of times I always go, that's where he hit him. Well, actually, there's a lot of intermediate passes that Hopkins caught.
Yeah. And he'll run for yards afterwards.
Yes. Yeah. And then that's the same thing with Hill.
Yeah.
And I go, you have to cover Hopkins, you have to cover Jones, you have to double team Tyreek Hill. And even then, Maybe he's going to get
Maybe.
by. He's really easy to get down. A lot of times he'll fall down. He won't
And-
take a
yeah,
hit.
yeah.
Which I'm going, yeah, you get a 230-pound guy against that, I think he's 187
Yeah,
or
something like that,
188,
yeah.
something like that. He's just
Yeah.
so fast. And as being a Chargers fan, I'm going, just tackle him at the line. Don't
Yeah.
even let him get into the back. Because as soon as he's back there, you don't know. And then Mahomes, who's going, I'll throw it backhanded, underhanded,
Yeah.
left-handed, sidearm
One
pass.
arm tied behind my back, one eye closed.
Or the one where he threw it cross
Oh
field,
my
Mahomes threw it
gosh!
cross field.
And he's
I just
looking
went-
over here, and he throws this way.
I went, well, but you know who he threw it to?
Hill.
Hill.
Yeah.
And you're going, well, Hill went and got it. That's,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm just going, how did you not know the defense? I'm just going, how did you not know
Yeah.
it was him? And it's Baltimore's defense.
Yeah.
How did you not know that's the guy that's going to come? Well, he's my offense. And,
Okay.
and a lot of it is because he's exciting to watch.
Yeah.
Just absolutely exciting to watch. Julio Jones, to me, is going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Mhm.
Reminds me a lot of Andre Johnson.
Mhm.
Just, I'm really good. I don't do.
Yeah.
But he's more of a, I'm going to dominate you. I'm
Yeah.
going to take the ball away from you. You're not going to do. Which, that's a different kind of receiver to me.
Yeah.
It's just a radically different kind of
Oh,
receiver.
I agree.
So,
So defensive MVP, I went with Khalil Mack. I the two you have, I agree. To me, that those two could win it just as easily as.
oh, I'm not
Mack
going,
did.
no, Khalil Mack, come
Yeah,
on.
No.
Because, I mean, when you look at most valuable player, Mack elevated that team.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
So-
not even a debate. If someone was to go, oh no, they were that good before he came, you just go, I'm not talking to you. You're stupid.
So his stat line was either equal, better, or like one below the stat line of his entire old team. Obviously, tackles don't count because he's one person, their whole team.
Oh yeah.
He had 12.5 sacks, 1 interception, 6 forced fumbles, and a touchdown. Raiders only had 13 sacks all year.
Yeah.
Mac completely changed that defense. So I'm going with him. But yeah,
I got
two.
Aaron Donald
Aaron Donald.
and Bobby Wagner.
Yeah,
I flip a coin with those two guys.
Yeah.
I think I'll take Donald as the forefront because he's wrecked so
Yeah.
many things.
Yeah.
He just is a wrecker.
Yeah.
And then I also think that this might be the biggest move.
Is this the early candidate for executive of the year?
We'll know this next year. But Mike Mayock going to the Oakland Raiders is as big. Oh my goodness!
Huge move.
And that's not going to get talked about. That's just not going to get talked
No.
about until after the draft
Yep.
to see how it happens.
Yep.
But that was one of those. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You just got
A guy who all 32 teams have been listening to for the last 15 years
Yeah.
as your GM.
Yeah.
A guy
An
who
evaluator
is
of talent.
probably the most
And-
respected
Oh,
draft
and
evaluator.
they've got. Look at all the draft picks.
Yep.
Then I started going. Were they talking about this?
Mm-hmm.
Was Gruden running this by
Mm-hmm.
him earlier before anything? Conspiracy theories about
Yeah.
him. So.
Yeah, I know. That's a huge move.
Oh,
It's going to be interesting. I'm bummed just because I always enjoyed really listening to him during the combine and the draft, and I don't get to do that now.
Well, he was on NFL Network a lot.
Yeah.
That's-
He was their lead
and
draft
I think
analyst.
it's their loss. Very much.
Yeah.
So.
I'm excited. I think Daniel Jeremiah, who has the
he's pretty
he
good.
does the Move the Sticks podcast.
Yeah, he's
so
good.
if you're like me and you like the draft and you can't get enough of it, if you haven't checked it out, check out Daniel Jeremiah's podcast. It's called Move the Sticks. You can follow him on Twitter at Move the Sticks. It sounds like he's gonna him and Charles Davis are gonna kind of step up. And,
Good, Davis.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
listening
so,
to Davis, and I do it from just listening to how they're critiquing.
Yeah, exactly. So there are our postseason awards and a little blurb for thoughts around the league, and we'll see you next week. Have a good one.